with so many Americans looking to undertake home renovation this year, and future references, what's your biggest piece of advice as far as how they should get started?
Well, a lot of it focuses around taking the worry and the stress out of the renovation process. It's one of the biggest things that people are saying, especially in this new study by Liberty Mutual Insurance. They said that 3/4 of Americans actually have a level of worry that they don't have enough money to pay for this huge project that they're wanting to do this year. So to alleviate some of that stress, one of the hugest things with the budget is actually starting with the budget and then creating what's a contingency fund, about 15 to 20% of the overall value of the project, and you kind of hold that close. What that's going to do is it gives you this safety net for the unknowns that are bound to happen. It always happens. It happens to me, and I do this, and I really do a lot of renovation projects. So for the average homeowner, it's definitely something that you can do. The coolest part about it, though, is it provides you a little bit of a cushion to bring kind of the joy and the excitement back into the renovation process, allowing you to buy that one thing that you just got to have, or you can splurge on a couple of luxurious things at the end to really make you feel like you're connecting with the space and it's personalized. Just kind of makes everything more positive and exciting throughout the whole process.
Okay, great. What are some things that people are unaware of when it comes to protecting the investment of their home?
A lot of times people just don't really realize the valuation of all of the assets that they have. If you renovate your house, typically you're making it better, so you need to make sure to check your coverages to make sure that your valuations make sense for the new value of your new space. Also for your personal assets, actually about less than 20% of individuals have formal documentation of all of their personal items. So there's actually an app for that. Liberty Mutual has a home gallery app that allows you to take pictures. You can go room by room. It's super easy and organized. You could put the price point in, give a little description, and then it organizes it all for you. One click at the bottom, it spits out a spreadsheet. Really what it does is it makes sure you know the overall worth of all of your assets, again, to make sure that you're covered, and if there's any accidents, you know that you have nothing to worry about.
Okay, great. Any project management advice for Americans that might be concerned about their budget?
Oh yeah. As far as the biggest project management advice that you can do is do not have a hands-off approach. Oftentimes people think just because they hire a general contractor, they're going to come in, they're going to take care of everything. In my business, I've found that the most beneficial thing you can do is actually have whoever's chiefing the design itself, whether it be an architect or a designer, they're actually the one that is maintaining the integrity of the scope of work and actually helping oversee that contractor to make sure there's not a conflict of interest with scope of work and physical labor. So what that does is it just makes sure that the design vision is really executed and maintained. Having a master plan or an overall plan for your entire space also can be a huge benefit. What I mean by that is not just designing your kitchen or your living room, but having a general idea of the look and feel for all of the spaces. This can be something with just inspiration boards or something all the way through something more defined that you can hire a designer or an architect to do. What this does is it gives you confidence that every dollar that you spend is towards a very common and pointed goal to make sure you're not wasting any money. And when you actually finish everything, if you do, then you know where you're going to end up. And so it just gives you that confidence that every dollar spent isn't being wasted.
Okay, great. Was there anything that surprised you from the research from a generalization point?
It actually really did. DIY, people doing it themselves, is a huge trend that is on the rise. Actually, across all Americans, about 70% of all generations are wanting to have some level of DIY input into their projects, so they're not just hiring everything out, they're wanting to do some of it themselves. Some of the younger generations, it actually spikes way up to about 90% are wanting to do this. This is all about personalization and value add. Clearly, the more you can do yourself, in theory, the more value you can add because you're not spending so much money. But really, personalization is the overarching theme that is the motivator for people being more personally involved. Because a personalized space, even if it's not as expensive of a renovation, is more impactful and makes it feel more personal, and people are typically much happier with the end result.
Okay, great. And I guess where can we go to learn more about how to renovate our homes and budgets and so forth?
You can actually go to libertymutual.com/newbeginning. We've got a ton of expert tips there, all of my tips and others, which are all within the same thread of quality advice for your new big decisions.
Okay, great. And I guess the last thing I wanted to ask you for my readers is that any last advice on budgeting or, where to go, what's in now, that's going to help improve their home, I guess, to modernize it or something like that. Any just last part of advice?
Well, right now, especially this time of year, it's so exciting to think about the outdoors because it's just starting to get warm. Outdoor living spaces are really topping the charts of what a lot of my clients and a lot of the renovations that I do and what I'm seeing nationwide for what homeowners are really wanting to do for their own enjoyment, as well as super value adds for potential buyers if you're looking to sell. So those even destination spots, they don't have to be elaborate. They don't have to have the full outdoor living, kitchens and all that type of stuff, but a destination, a patio, possibly some type of gathering fire feature is a huge value add and a great starter and easy project for even the novice DIYer.
Okay. All right. Well, great. I really appreciate your time.
Thanks,
Thank
Cornelius.
you so much.
All right. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Yep.
You too.
Bye.